George, the Platreef is a bushveld complex deposit like no other, with thick remnant mineralization. We understand that you use the functionality of Studio RM to complete a nifty drill hole planning study. Can you just tell us how you did this?
Platreef is a very unique deposit. It's in the northern limb of the bushveld complex. The bushveld is very famous for reefs such as the Morensky Reef or the UG2 Reef. Very laterally extensive, hundreds of kilometers. Quite narrow reefs, 1 meter to 2 meter thick. But in the northern limb, things are different. The mineralized zones are much thicker, and the magma has intruded into very reactive host rocks. So sulfur-rich shales, volatile-rich dolomites, and it's really changed the character of the deposit in that area. So it's a complex area, and we developed a process that is very interesting and very quick at being able to automate drill planning, and particularly very quick at updating. If you add new parameters, you update it, and within a few minutes, your whole drill plan updates. So it's been a very exciting process.
How did the flexibility of the software allow you to plan infill drilling?
So there are drill hole planning modules and other software packages, but you are really constrained to how they've set up the process. In this process, we were able to build the workflow ourselves. And I had the benefit of being married to a process engineer who's done mathematics to 4th year, so my wife was very, very helpful in helping with the maths because we're working with vectors. So the first step in developing this process is to take a 25-meter grid, drape it onto the surface that we're targeting, and then we estimate from the surface, we estimate the dip of the ore body into those points. So that gives us our first vector, what is the dip of the ore body, and then mathematically we can identify possible drill sites from the mine plan. This is the only part of the process where I had to manually go and identify coordinates. And then each target point will connect to every single drill site that we've identified. So we get the direction of the drill hole, and we have the dip and dip direction of the ore body. And with those two vectors, we can calculate an intersection angle. And then we can start setting up criteria to filter out which holes are used and which holes aren't. And this is all done using Datamine functionality, writing the mathematics into the commands to calculate distances, to calculate intersection angles, and it's very, very powerful.
That sounds interesting. What would you say was the impact on the feasibility study?
So we can calculate meters, we can calculate how much, or how the width of each drill hole in the ore body, so how much sampling we'll need to do, and all of that costing has been built into the feasibility study. So now production geologists in the future have a drill plan that they can use as a basis going forward. It's been costed, it's been budgeted, and it's all built into that. So it's been a very, very useful, very powerful way of requesting additions to the mine plan and being able to justify budgets that have been requested.
George, you have clearly mastered the use of the software, and we as software providers are excited about having principal level geoscientists like you using the software in this way, applying it and pushing it. What would you say you would like to see with the knowledge that you have acquired in using a software like Datamine?
So a lot of the knowledge I've acquired in Datamine has been from interaction with other Datamine users. And I've always felt that the limitations of Datamine software is not the tools that are available, it's your understanding of what those tools are capable of achieving. That combined with the creativity in how you can build the tools together to achieve a certain objective. If you understand just how powerful the tools are and are very clever and creative in how you can work those together, you can achieve almost anything in Datamine. And I think what would be really valuable would be to have those Datamine users who are very experienced and have developed very interesting approaches to solving specific problems, and to share those. To say, look what we've been able to do, because that stimulates thinking and stimulates people to, oh, I've done that too, or I've done something similar that might work a bit more efficiently, or why don't you take this and apply it there? So that interaction between users, particularly the senior users with the junior users feeding into that and being able to learn from them, that would be fantastic.